Hello guys, Problematic Boy here, and gamers, we are here with a very special build showcase. We went to trade, and we made a lot of currency, mostly from currency stuff that I had from SSF, and we did a lot of heist on our Skeleton Mage character, and bossing on our Skeleton Mage character, made a decent amount of currency, and I thought, and also, we gave away two houses of mirrors for free, and then somebody decided to pay us back a little bit once they sort of knew what this build plan was. So this is I'd say, a special build. Well, another way we made currency is we had a Soul Thirst Tornado Shot character or Soul Thirst Bow character. There's other guides for that, so you can look up just Soul Thirst Tornado Shot, Soul Thirst Bow, and those are some very cheap ways to do some T14, T15, T16 maps, and juice them up fairly well, and do fine with that. We made a few exalts with that, like with some Saints Treasure turn-ins. But this is a very special role play build. So what did I do? I said I wanted to be a goblin. I wanted to be a goblin Ray classed. I wanted to be a really true goblin. So what do goblins use? Goblins use daggers. Okay, goblins are tricky. So we had to be a trickster. Okay, so we're a trickster goblin, and we have stories to our items. First off, the headhunter. This is my first time seriously playing with the headhunter. I tried it before. Um, this is just a pure alleyways farmer is what this build does. I'll do a semi juice map here to show you. Let's see what I have in here. Oh, I do have everything. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, we're a trickster. We have the lore, which I find very funny, of like the goblin shamans. Some of the last goblin shamans devising the headhunter build, a build that takes power from slain enemies. This chest, the ancestral homelands of the goblin had snowy mountains, and so, you know, uh, it has hatred effect and all this other cold stuff. And I don't actually have something for that, but we have a goblin edge in our offhand that we're using to level some gems. All very thematic. Okay, it's all very thematic for the build. We have to use a dagger. We're using this lightning strike effect, which was necessary, to make the build feel good. So there's a lot of different skills you could go with this build, though. Also, I don't know if you should copy this build. It's kind of psychotic. There's not really a reason to use a dagger unless you're role playing or doing something funny. Claws, I think, are just superior. Um, but as you'll see, it works out just fine. We have a class here going Secrets of Suffering with the Interrogation Jewel, which in the lore is when the Goblin King met the Envoy. This is sort of the lore item for that, and we have it's very fun. So this is some of the most fun I've had in PoE. This is definitely the most I've ever spent on a build in PoE in terms of currency. Uh, and Trickster, not that bad. Harness the Void actually pretty good with Headhunter, because you're getting all that extra damage, and you just get a lot of extra chaos damage, because non-chaos damage from hits, you're stacking up a lot of non-chaos damage. The charges are good. Escape Artist makes you tankier than you might think, and Patient Reapers just lets you do Cannot Leech and other things. The tree is just we take all the dagger masteries. We have some accuracy, which I might not even need. We take the Force Shaper. Yeah, and we're using a physical dagger because it's a headhunter. There's other skills you could use. You could swap things. We have like Awakened Multi-Strike and all that. All Awakened gems that we can. It's Nightblade abusing. If you wanted to go a projectile skill, you could obviously go with let's say, don't do Venom Gyre because Venom Gyre sucked, but you can go for something like Cobra Lash wasn't that bad if you invest heavily in the chain. Spectral Throw is probably the best projectile skill that I tried. And then if you're doing a melee setup like this with the additional strike and pierce and all that, I would go for either Frostblades or Lightning Strike. Now Lightning Strike definitely feels pretty freaking good. But Frostplates isn't that much worse, so if you want to play something a little different, you can go that. Let's do a little map showcase here. Make sure it's not LA Reflect. It's not. So we can just see how it goes in a T16. I got 3 Scarabs on. I'll try to remember the Sentinel. Have a Delirium here. Let's hope I don't die. I might die. Kind of psychotic map. Or the psychotic things happening. Trying to get stacks, you know. 15. And it's just Headhunter. If you haven't played Headhunter before, this is pretty par for the course. We're nearing 97. And yeah, we're just a pure alleyways farmer. So we're only doing alleyways. We have singular focus on our Atlas tree. It's a Chaos Orb. Should probably pick that up. I remember the Sentinel. See if we remember the Sentinel again. As you can see, I'll go over basically how the items are priced. Or the cost of the build. This is definitely not a great build for beginners. It's definitely a high investment build. This is kind of the right time to do a high investment build too, because it's sort of later in the league. I noticed a lot of things, I guess just prices have dropped in general over time, as they usually do. So I think this build is probably less expensive than I thought it would be for what we put into it, but we can definitely invest more. Definitely invest more. As you can see, Legion is pretty good with Headhunter. Certainly, if not worth investing in, you don't want to block it, I would say. And the boss melts. No need for Omni or anything like that. Just you know, real quick boss. I didn't skill the boss either. You know, we can just be tankier with the alls with a no grace reservation. So we can get a free Grace Aura. Helps that a lot. And I'll kill a few more things. Ooh, sorry. So that's a quick map showcase. I'll quickly go over things. This was literally a 1x chest. I spent 1 Exalted Orb on it. Headhunter, you can know how much Headhunter is. It's like, I spent 58 Exalted Orbs on it. 1x gloves. 2x helmet. This was 5x. This was 1x, or like 150 chaos or something. I spent 2 chaos on the shield. Now, the shield is crafted by a friend and a blaster. Zanello, great streamer. A king. So this is at least 2x. I don't know how much it's actually worth. I think 1.5x on there, 3x on the weapon. So we're looking at you know, 3x Battle Faith, I think, and what was this, like 100 chaos for a perfectly rolled at series. This wasn't that much, and I found this on the ground. So, and the clusters, not too expensive on the clusters. I rolled this one myself for the ailment effect. Rolled this one myself, and then I bought Secrets of Suffering. So in all, probably about Oh, also the gems. We have a wicked multi-strike, which is like 9 exalted orbs. So it's something around 80 exalted orbs, I'd probably say. Around an 80 exalted orb character. And that's just to get everything together. Now, keep in mind that I haven't tried heist with this character yet. You probably could. I don't know, though. I'm not exactly sure if you could heist with this character, but right now I'm using it as a pure alleyways T16 farmer. There's probably other maps you could do. I don't know because I haven't done any other maps. I only do alleyways because I love alleyways. You can get the Saint's Treasure card, you can get Home card, and overall this is just a fun build because it's a themed build. We're pretending to be a goblin. All of our skills are goblin themed. And it's just a whole lot of fun. So let me know what you think about the build. What do you think about the character? If you're interested in the character, if you have a high investment thing you're looking to do, let me know in the comments. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.